Good morning, good morning, good morning. Give me a comment if everyone can hear me. Can everyone hear me? Is everyone ready for the charting and the opening of the market? All right, let's get this done. 1 second. So, very bullish today. We're looking at a lot of bullish charts. Big Fang is going to lift this up today, and that just looks like it's going to drag the overall market. So, that's what I'm looking at today. And if you're looking to take some long calls, not a bad option. I see a lot of long activity possibly on here. So, the best thing you can do is not fight the trend, and the trend is going up today. It looks like it's going to open higher, so you guys look like you're taking the right decisions. Apple is at 176 pre-market, pretty incredible. But the biggest thing I saw yesterday was the SPY had this trend line that I was talking about, and it closed above it in the last hour or 30 minutes of trading. So it finally broke through that huge trend line, and it's just powering through in the morning today. So we're going to look for the market to keep climbing. Don't fight the trend today unless we have obvious reasons to go short. But right now it looks like we're going to be testing the underside of this next moving average on the 4-hour. So this will be 270.7. So that'd be like another 200 points from here on the SPY. Let's check out, I had Amazon started yesterday. Let's just see what it looks like. And Amazon's going to open up at 1610. So that's going to put us on this upper trend line once again. Once we open up here, it's going to be around 16 whatever. So Amazon's been fighting to stay on this trend line for the last couple days, and I think it's going to continue today. I see really bullish patterns on the weekly. On the weekly, it looks like we're having a green candle that is already above the high of last week. So if we can continue, I think we might push through to 630, which I told you is going to be that resistance zone. And if we get through there, we'll try to hit this 10-day moving average. But all these averages are starting to slope downwards, and that's going to be kind of a bearish sign. So we'll see if we can just blast through them right away and not deal with fighting them. We have Nvidia. Nvidia is crazy oversold, honestly, and I do think that it's going to reach the highs of last week's 163, and it's at 157 pre-market, so that's another 5 points from here. I had a lot of Nvidia calls, and I ended up selling them early this week just to take some profit. But it's amazing once the market starts moving up how much it starts moving up. And Apple just resting on this weekly moving average, and now it's popping higher. So that's a great sign for Apple. Apple calls do look good today, and the great thing is we're going to be above this moving average as well. So this 10-day moving average has been pretty good support for a while. I think we're going to retest that trend line today. That's going to be 178, 177. So that's another 2 points in Apple. So be aware of these lines. Be aware of these resistance zones coming up. Shoot me a message if you guys want to see any particular charts. I know a lot of people like RGSC, and let's see if that's been pretty bullish lately, or yesterday if it was. So it looks like in the morning, that's the highest we saw, almost to that level I was hoping that it would hit, 0.91. And then it sold down to that next support level I had. And I didn't draw this midday. This is one I drew from the morning. That level seemed to be the base. So it rested on there. That's a good sign. As long as it doesn't fall any further, RGSC can still drive higher. So on the daily, it's totally outside the Bollinger Bands. That's kind of tough for the stock to keep climbing. It's just fighting a lot of resistance getting outside there. A lot of big players are going to come in and try to short it from there. But my move today is I'm looking to buy the pullback on whatever pullback occurs. If the market looks strong and the pullback looks weak, I'm going to pick up some SPY calls, and I'll probably pick up some Amazon calls. I think we're going to hit 1630 today. I'm going to show you one of the best tricks I have with this market and with options. And just FYI, I'm just going to get this comment going again. Releasing an options course today. Very cool, and it's free if you can enter this contest and win. But this is my options trick. If you want to go to an options chart, let's say I want to chart the calls, I want to see the price of the calls and how they changed, I can go to this, I right click, I click copy, and then I go to the chart and I press paste. And this is the option call right here. And you can see it looks very bullish. It's kind of been dropping, and we're getting a lot of base action here. A lot of support, a lot of buying. And in this case, I would look at this option and say, this is an opportunity to buy, because the option chart does look bullish. It's picking up a lot of volume over here, and the option is expiring today. So a lot of people will start buying this because it's expiring today, and it will make them a ton of money if it moves. So we got 7 minutes till the market opens. Hope everyone's pumped. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to plot the put option. I'm going to show you guys what the put option looks like. The put option, if you look at this, it looks very bearish. The put option's been dropping and dropping and dropping. So in this chart, it would drop in the morning, it would open up lower, and I just don't see the market dropping because the put options don't look bullish at all. So they look like they can drop even lower today. So just from looking at the option charts, I can see there's a lot of possibility that the calls can go up and the puts can keep going down. And we're live on YouTube, getting you guys ready for the market open. And just some other stocks. I want to just check out those marijuana stocks. If you remembered yesterday, we had that steep downward trend line, and we're kind of abiding by it still. The whole market jumped above it, but no meetings. Nice, Tucker. Nice to see you. All right, so we're abiding by this downward trend line on Tilray, and if we can pop above this in the overall market, the overall trend line, I think Tilray is going to make a move higher. Like I said, the marijuana market's not going to move if the overall market doesn't move. So this definitely can pop higher, but we just need to see the overall market pop and get going. So marijuana stocks still in that downward trend line. Hit me up with anything you want to see on the charts, any questions you have. We're going to start the market in 5 minutes. 140. Where's 140? Yep, that's a good zone right there. It looks like to be the last high that we sold off from. Yeah, that'd be great. And I could probably draw this line too. I mean, you could just always put as many lines on the chart as you can. So momentum just does look higher in marijuana. If the market does pop, these are going to go nuts. And I did say NBEV yesterday is hanging out in those averages on the daily. On the 4 hour, it just has a bunch of averages just in its way. So I'm not a fan of having it pop through at least 3 averages to make a move. I'd rather have it be like here, where you can get $1 or $2 with no resistance. Let's check out what's the other big marijuana stock? CGC. And I like this company actually. I'm not against shorting all marijuana stocks. I think CGC has got a solid company, financial, it has a solid business plan, and it's hanging out in the bottom half of that triangle. So this one does look like it's going to break the bottom half. Unlike Tilray, looked like it was going to break the top half. CGC does look like it's pushing on that bottom half. Let's check out BA. All right, Mr. Guy. Yeah, all markets just look bullish. I mean, if the market goes up and you buy anything that's been down, you're gonna make money, in my opinion. BA is on that 10-day moving average. It's above the trend line. Very good signs. The next move is 327. So we're looking at 10-ish points from here. Let me just check out. Let me check out my pre-market stats. See what it's trading at. What's Boeing pre-market? Does anyone know? 325. Okay, so it pretty much opened where I said it was going to come to. This is that resistance that we're going to hit. What I could see from Boeing is maybe a drop down in the morning to that moving average and maybe a pop higher. So Boeing, everything just moves so quickly pre-market. I'm not a huge fan of that. Departures has a great channel as well. He's talking a lot about marijuana stocks, and he's a very knowledgeable guy. He's got 10,000 subscribers, maybe 12. So very impressive what he's doing with his channel too. We have 90 seconds till the market opens. We're going to get you ready on what's happening. If you aren't around, or if you haven't heard what I said in the beginning, market's bullish. FANG stocks are bullish, just hoping for a pullback in the morning and just loading up on an entry for the longs. But I'm always gauging what the internals look like, what the overall move looks like. So you can't expect to always do X, Y, or Z. You have to be open to changing your plan. All right, 1 minute till the market opens. All right, we're going to open up and we're going to be gauging everything. Like I said, those option calls do look like they have room to run. 276 looks like support for SPY. 276. You mean 266? 30 seconds. Let's see what happens. Let's see what the internals look like. This is the advanced decline. This is going to tell us how many stocks are advancing versus declining. I'm going to take a bet. It's going to be 1,800 in the morning. And if I'm right, you guys all owe me $4. So advanced decline, 1,800 would be a huge, huge reading. This would be very bullish. 269. Apple, 176. Yeah, that does sound about right. So let's get our first ADD reading. See how many stocks are advancing. Oh, I'm totally wrong. So this is not a great sign for that morning rally. I was hoping that more stocks would be bullish this morning. Yikes. Not a fan of that reading. So that pullback. Looking for that pullback. This does look like a great gap up. We're above the trend line. And we're just going to pull back a little bit and head higher, in my opinion. Always can be wrong. Always can be gauging the market, trying to maneuver a different approach. Apple, where are you at? Apple's coming on that trend line too. Beautiful. 178 is that resistance level for Apple. Everyone got that morning pullback coming in. Apple's getting that morning pullback. Amazon getting a little morning pullback. Not too much. Looks like we had the high of 1618. SPY. Little pullback, not much. And we'll see what happens. It usually takes like 5 or 10 minutes for the market to get through this oversold range and then head into the normal range and then head higher. So I don't expect the market to take off right now. Amazon heading lower. Gonna hit that top Bollinger Band and bounce around a little bit. The video is at 159 this morning. Jeez. I remember selling it 10 points lower. 149. So we did get a huge buy signal on the market mover indicator for NVIDIA. And if you bought any part of this dip on the indicator, you would have been in money that whole time, because this 133 pop was massive. Alright, we're gonna change this song. The song's messing up my flow. Alright, so I'm not a fan of buying the bottom on this downtrend. I'm just gonna wait for the first bullish tick up and the first big volume bar. The advanced decline is almost at 1,000. So again, that is still bullish. It's not dropping. I'm not afraid of this pullback this morning. So yeah, we are getting a first bullish signal on Amazon, the first bottom. And the SPY is already, where's that music? So yeah, this is the pullback we were waiting for. I am just waiting for a little bit more confirmation, and then I'm going to buy some stuff I like. Let me just get this music going again. So hit me up with whatever you're looking at, whatever you're looking to trade this morning. I'm definitely curious. Twitter. Whoa. That's a big red candle. Yeah, Twitter did not want to get over that moving average. Dang. Overall market just still looks bullish. Advanced decline is not dropping. So yeah, Twitter, I'm going to draw this. Breaking above that, it did not want to do it this morning. Just keep watching, see if it can get above it. I would probably buy the first pop above it and then get in there. Snapchat, same as Twitter, not really moving too much. Facebook hitting the ground. Is that bad? Yeah, looks like we're hitting that. So, FANG. Looks like it wants to close the gap this morning. Amazon making a V. SPY making a V2. So I think we have one more pullback coming. The market might turn over here. We'll see. The advanced decline is not ticking up or down at all. And if that can't go up, the whole market can't go up, in my opinion. And That's how a lot of people trade it. All right, let's look at the larger time frames. I want to get an idea of where we could be going. Facebook's on those moving averages. And I wouldn't mind going long Facebook. I already have one option. And it's popping down to that 10-day moving average again. So Facebook hitting the ground there. Like you said, it's not dragging down the overall market though. We're looking a little toppy, but we're not really selling off either. Amazon. I think we'll retest this trend line, honestly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a couple touches on the trend line. It may head to hit that one more time. And there goes the market. It is trying to make new highs this morning. Slowly doing it though. So like I said, it takes about 5 or 10 minutes to get through these oversold conditions and continue. I'm not taking any trades right now. I don't like what I'm seeing. I don't see any good patterns yet. Facebook did look like it was nice to trade though, so I'm going to stay alert on what's happening with Facebook. If this breaks down, then I may look to go long. So actually, it does look pretty appetizing now. I'm just going to throw in some small call. And it always tells me to get 10. This is why I hate using the actual computer for it. I'm just going to go long on my cell phone. Sorry, guys. All right, we got one limited order in. 405. We are in, I think. Okay. Sorry for the patience. Sorry for taking the time to put that in. I haven't got down the right system on using this yet. I mostly trade from my cell phone. Kind of crazy, honestly. It's hard watching the market and being able to trade it on this platform for me. So getting used to that still. All right, Facebook. I'm already in, so I'm gonna get off this and just check out what's happening. I think phone trading is the future. And we got Amazon. I do want to see a pullback, so just watching, just waiting. Overall market making new highs this morning. So let's check out what it looks like with some other indicators. Do you guys use any other indicators? Hit me up with the comments. I have my study set here, and I think I have, nope, not that one. I have one with like all the MACDs and the RSIs. Yeah, this one. This one's way too much though. So looks like MACD is being spread apart a little bit, and the TTMI squeeze. These are some of my favorite ones. TTMI squeeze is getting higher and higher. That first dark blue, you would look to enter and go short. But for now, I'm still going long. Yeah, other indicators just still look bullish. The TTMI is going to the blue zone on the 4-hour chart. So as it continues, that is going to end up making this huge blue curve, and we're going to see just a nice bull run happen there. I'm going to throw these off. What I got in the blue are some volume profiles. If you're interested in those, if I head to the 2-hour, we can see it doesn't look so great, but basically you see where all the volume was traded the day before. Thinkorswim does not make this look pretty, so I don't use it that often. Let's go back to my moving average. All right, this looks much better. And hitting some resistance on that 2-hour. Let's see again. So we're forming a nice base here. I just don't see the opportunity. The risk to reward is not good enough for me this morning. So I'm just still gonna watch everything. Once it pulls back though, I'm interested in getting in. So Boeing, let's see where that went. From 328 down. Sitting right on that 10-day moving average. That's a huge step up for Boeing. Very, very impressive. Amazon still, what's happening? Sitting on that upper trend line. I do think it's going to break though. So, just going to keep watching. Amazon calls. What I would do, I showed everyone this trick earlier. This is a great trick to understand how the market looks in terms of bullish or bearish. You throw in the calls, you copy the call name here into your chart, and you see how the calls look. TOS lagging. Sorry guys. Hopefully it picks up. But this is the option calls right here. So if you notice, it does look bullish. We popped through all the moving averages on the 15-minute chart, and I do see those calls just roaring today. So we'll go to the puts. We'll check those out. Is this still lagging? Shoot me a message. I'm going to throw in a put. So copy the put. And you can see if the put looks like an opportunity. Wow, huge volume on this put. All right, that is very interesting. So it seems like the puts can be gaining some traction this morning. That's a massive volume. And these are expiring today, so maybe the market will pull back this morning. So I'm actually going to pick up just some small puts and just see what happens. Your TOS is lagging, okay. All right, so trying to get in the puts, trying to order them on here. It's the single hardest thing to do. Oh my God, they just jumped up 10. So I hate when I miss the move like that. Very tough. Drives me crazy. All right, missed the move. So the reason I knew those puts were going to pop is if you just look at the chart, you can see there's a lot of volume going to those puts right here. So pretty big volume. And when that happens, it's hard for them to pop. Usually buyers come in, they start looking interested, and that's why I thought we're gonna get a little drop here. And those puts are already up. Looks like $15 from 0.8. So that's a pretty good return already. That's 20%. ADD is still dropping. So we're getting that pullback that we talked about. Now we have to be patient, look for that long entry. So we have to find some places to bounce from, some places that we can rally from. So just for fun, let's throw in an Amazon put. Let's see what the Amazon put looks like. Not a fan of this chart, so I threw in the Amazon put just to see what it looks like. It does look like it might pop here, but in the long term it looks like it's going to roll off and head lower. So shorting the market, it doesn't look like the option players want to do that. And one other trick I have, let's see if I could do this. I have to share my screen for this. So let's change the window capture. So I'm going to show you guys what max pain is. Does anyone use max pain? All right, not really working. So we're gonna go back just trading. Yeah, the Chrome. Yeah, it's not loading up. So max pain just tells you where the most money is going to be lost in options, and that's where the price is going to fall when the options expire. So nobody wants to lose the maximum amount of money, so they have this point that's called maximum pain for the buyers and the sellers, and that is where option prices usually fall, or the overall market prices usually fall at the end of the week. Now I'm just going to look that up myself. So Apple's max pain this week is 172.5. So what that means is they want this to close at 172.5 by the end of the week, and that can help you gauge where Apple can go this week. So they want it to be 172.5. It's a little bit higher. It's not always correct, but sometimes it's good for trading. And if I plug in the SPY for today, there's options expiring today, it can help me gauge where those are going to fall. And I'll plug in 1128. And it looks like those options are going to fall at 267.5. And this one is very, very close to where we are today. So 276.5 is going to be where we traded most of the volume yesterday. So if the option max pain is correct, we're going to drop today. Who knows? This is just one theory. You got to be open to hearing them all though, right? So pretty interesting. I do like learning new things and hearing what new traders do. And it looks like we're testing those highs today on the SPY. Not in anything except for a small Facebook call. Everything else I'm just watching. So Facebook, it's been in a little downtrend all morning. This might be its chance to get out. Alright, I'm going to throw in one more call for Facebook. Just looking pretty appealing as it's going down. I'd be surprised if that goes down and the whole market does not. Facebook's not getting a lot of love, honestly. Alright, just in one more small call with Facebook. They're small enough where I don't really care where they go. I'm just putting in something. It helps me follow the market, honestly. Alright, pulling back from the highs. This is a tight channel we've been trading within. Alright, so we got about 5-ish more minutes, and I'm heading out. Microsoft, max pain for Facebook. Let's see that. So I think you can just go to maxpain.com. I'll post a link in OBS. And before I head out today, I just want to let you guys know options course being released later. Pretty pumped. I had a lot of people working on it, and it's pretty dynamite. So it's one of the things I use. One of the strategies I use to trade options is huge. You can get the course for free if you enter the contest. Let's look up that max pain for Facebook. So we'll go 5 more minutes on the live stream. Max pain for Facebook is, it says 133. So this is not the best website. They don't have the options expiring this week for some reason. They have the December 7th ones, which are I think next week. So they expect Facebook to be at 133 next week. And in volatile markets, for some reason, max pain doesn't work as well. Let's check out Microsoft. Microsoft, what's your max pain? MSFT. Microsoft max pain 94.5. Oh, let's do this. So expiring this week, 94.5. Wacky. That's a wacky one. So not always correct, but the max pain, it's good to have as a tool. So Microsoft, it's way off. It's like about 10 points away, 15 points away. I don't think there's any way it could drop that much this week. Wow, Microsoft rallied hard. Microsoft wasn't even down that much from this pullback, this tech wreck. And at this point, it's almost testing those new highs. Nice job to all those Microsoft buyers. And heading lower, still trading within this range. I'm going to trade the breakout. So that's my play right now. I'm going to keep this going for like 3 or 4 more minutes. And then I got some stuff to do. So I'm waiting for the breakout. Thinking it's going to be lower, or it could be higher. I'm just going to pull up my options so I can buy them. All right. Testing the bottom one more time. I think we'll do a third test on the top. That's my guess. And I'm going to chart one more thing. This is the advanced decline. This helps us gauge whether the market's trending down or trending up. So advanced decline is in this downtrend. So if this keeps trending down, the whole market's going to trend down. So we need to see some leveling off, but it's not happening. This keeps dropping. So it's not the best sign. People just aren't buying the stock market like you would think would happen from a bottom. Or from a double bottom, whatever it made recently. Big green volume coming in now. Let's see if we can hold it. And we're heading lower. Well, let's see. Can it break down the bottom? Let's take some bets. What does everyone think is going to happen with the SPY? Bottom break or top break? Oh, is it a bottom? So this is where, if it clearly breaks through the bottom, I'll go long. Or I'll go short, sorry. Going down. We got one bet going down. This is pretty much what it is, just mostly educated betting. Papa Powell is coming. Run for the hills. Yeah, this is what happened yesterday. We had a false breakdown and it threw me off and we ended up flying higher like instantly. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens again. It's trying to break down. I mean, the advanced decline is still ticking south. So we need the advanced decline to find some ground. It looks like it's free falling. Just for fun, let's check out the VIX. The VIX will help us gauge market direction again and see where it could go. I think VIX almost broke through this trend line here. I don't think I drew this well, but basically the VIX was triangling here. And I think it's going to keep moving down. So I think we're going to retest this moving average, but the VIX has been tight, really tight, trying to look for a breakout somewhere. SPY, what's happening? Oh, we're holding. Look at that. All right. Just going to throw in a couple longs. Just a little bit. All right, so I got to head out, but this was great. Appreciate everyone coming to watch. At 1 p.m., I'm going to be back on here showing you guys an options trading course, and it's going to be a huge discount for the first 4 hours. So check it out. It's all about options, all of my strategies, and it's going to be great. So this is all I got. Market Moves signing off. Peace.